where you have it. Go on to Mars, go on to Jupiter, go on to Venus, go on someplace else and start over again, because there's nothing down there worth saving. And yet the Bible says because of the love that God has for us. And I tell you, love will make you do some crazy things. Love will cause you to put yourself in danger. Even though you know better, your heart can get so wrapped up in something that it'll just pull you. And the Bible said he loved us so much, he decided to leave from perfect place to come down into a chaotic, sinful earth. And wait a minute, it wasn't just come to Rachel. Oh no, he let him come down here to a place called Bethlehem. Do you realize Bethlehem has a 4,000-year history? And in 4,000 years, they've only experienced 200 years of peace. That is the most chaotic and the most confused place on the planet. How in the world do you allow the Prince of Peace to come down and step into a chaotic place on earth? And then cause him not to be born rich or affluent, to let him be born in one of our stables, to one of our poor women right here on this planet. And yet because of love, he stepped out of heaven down into earth. And I believe he had to do it. I believe he had to step into the most chaotic place in the world, because people that come to New Beginning, they don't come out of nicey situations, and they didn't leave all the ducks in a row at home, and things are not so nice in their life. There's somebody that came out of chaos, and somebody that came out of trouble, and somebody that don't know what they're going to do. But our God loved us so much, he stepped in the middle of chaos, because he's still the Prince of Peace, and he'll step in the middle of your chaos, and he'll declare peace be still. He'll get in your car and go with you on your job. He'll stand in the middle and declare the wind to cease and the waves to stop the rain. And he shows the most chaotic place. I would to God that we come to church and our lives are like we look. Look, we look like we're all hooked up. We look like we got it all together. But if you follow some of us home, we got junk in our church and there's stuff out of order in our lives and the struggles that we're having, stuff we're going through and stuff we're trying to overcome. But God's not afraid of your chaos. That's right. He's not afraid of the issue of your life. He's not afraid of the stuff you have. Because you know what you do. You come to church and you only testify what you want us to hear. And you want to show us to you what you want us to see. Because we realize that they get too close. If they really get under my stuff and they start knowing too much about me, they'll not want to be close to me. They'll not want to sit by me. But I tell you, a God that loved you so much, he stepped out of heaven into earth. He's used to walking in chaos. He's used to walking on stormy seas. He's used to walking into rocky lives. He's used to walking in a frustrated situation. And in yours, he'll declare, peace be still. He knows where you've been. He knows what you've been through. And he will declare, peace be still. Jesus stepped out of heaven down into earth. But more than that, it's almost frightening. Because John takes us back to the beginning. He said in the beginning was the Word. Jesus not only stepped out of heaven down into earth, he stepped out of eternity into time. John says, let your mind go back. Let it go on back to the Garden of Eden. And then step on the other side of the Garden of Eden. And on the other side of the Garden of Eden, you're going to find God there. And he sits in a place called eternity. You know, when God was in eternity, 1,000 years was like a single day. And a single day was like 1,000 years. Do you understand that when God was sitting in eternity, he was not caged by a clock. His time sort of mingled and run together. Past, future, and present was all the same to God. But because of we were trapped by something called time.